Law of conservation of momentum. The law says that the sum of momenta of two objects before collision is equal to the sum of momenta after collision, provided there is no external unbalanced force acting on it. Consider the picture as shown on the screen. Yes, it is billiards. Now here there are two balls that you can see, and both the balls here are of 0.1 kg. Suppose the first object is given momentum and it raises its velocity, then we say that the white ball has got greater velocity than the red ball. Now if the white ball has greater velocity, it goes and hits the red ball, and so the red ball moves further. In that situation, you can see that the white ball, after hitting, just moves back and stops, whereas the red ball continues its motion to some distance. Now here the law says that if the two balls are having some kind of a momentum before collision, and if we take the sum of the momentum of the two objects before collision and calculate it, and then after colliding also we calculate the momentum of the two balls together, we find that the sum of momentum before collision would be the same as the sum of momentum after collision, and hence total momentum before collision is equal to the total momentum after collision. We shall see how to formulate this law. Consider the same situation. We are having the two masses m1 and m2, and before collision the two masses are having the initial velocity as ua and ub. Here we are considering the two masses as ma and mb and their initial velocity as ua and ub, and after they collide, let their masses be the same. Let their masses be the same in a sense, both the masses at any point of time when we see the mass does not change. And so let the two masses be ma and mb, but after collision the velocities may change, and so we say that the first mass has got a velocity va and the second mass has got the velocity vb. And as the law goes, total momentum before collision is equal to the total momentum after collision. So now we are considering the way to solve this equation, to get to this equation. Before collision, if ma is the mass of the first object with initial velocity ua, then the momentum of the first mass will be ma ua, and that of the second mass would be mb ub, and so the total momentum before collision would be maua plus mb ub. Suppose during collision it takes a time t, then the force that is given by first mass on the second mass would be equal but opposite to each other as per the third law. Now in that case the collision, when it takes place, the force FAB would be equal to minus force FBA. That is, if the force applied by the mass MA on MB is FAB, and the force applied on of mass MB on MA is FBA, then they both will be equal but opposite. So after collision, the two masses would have the final velocity as VA and VB respectively, and their total momentum would be MAVA plus MBVB. Now how do we solve this? So again, coming back to that third law, FAB is equal to minus FBA. We substitute the value for the force as mass into acceleration. the second law of Newton. The force applied on an object is directly proportional to rate of change of momentum. That is, m into Va minus Ua by T would be equal to minus mb into Vb minus Ub by T. Since the two objects collide in the same time duration, we say the time as T itself. Now, if we look at the equation, you can see that the denominator T is the same on both the sides. Now, if we take the right hand side and take the minus sign that is outside the bracket into the bracket, if we take it, or if we remove the square bracket, we get it as minus of MBVB minus MBUB divided by T. And so we can cancel the time T on both the sides. So we get MAVA minus MAUA is equal to minus MBVB plus MBUB. And if we rearrange this equation in such a way that all the initial momentums come to one side of the equation and all the final to the other side of the equation, we may get it as MAUA plus MBUB, which is equal to MAVA plus MBVB. This is the equation for the law of conservation of momentum. You can see that the last equation that we have received here is the total momentum before collision, and the right hand side is the total momentum after collision, and the whole law is explained in this equation. It is better that using this equation we do some problems so that we are able to understand how this law is implemented. And so it is a good practice that once we learn the equations or the derivation for the equation, you practice the problems along with them. Thank you.